Nope, I've clicked the wrong button. And we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to Checkpoint episode 67. I'm one of your hosts, Vincent DeSantis. Today, I'm joined by the man who ripped his pants, James Walmer, and the new workout regiment king, Ryder Maldonado. Boys, I'm so excited
rest
today.
Rest in peace, the doughboy.
No, there's no rest in peace. We're getting ripped tonight, as they say on the TikToks.
Hey.
But
R.I.P.
This week is a very, very exciting week, you guys. It is the week before E3, which means the news is crazy. Jeff Grubb's game mess is getting bloated AF. There's just a lot going on. So, before we get into predictions, we have a little bit of news, but I want to know how you guys are doing. What you guys are playing, like all that good stuff. I need the rigmarole.
Who's going first?
James, throw it off.
Okay.
Oh, Ryder, you can throw it off. Whatever.
Sorry.
I didn't hear you say that first.
Okay, no. I've been playing a little bit. I'll go through fast. A little bit of Valhalla. I'm just slowly grinding through Assassin's Creed. Let's see. I just started up Subnautica again. I was playing a little bit of that, and then I just recently bought Raft. It was on sale on Steam. So you know me and my survival games. Just enjoying that, and that's about it.
Survival guy.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I've been absolutely lacking. The most I don't think I played any Last of Us 2 since last week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I mean, I played through a little bit of the Abbey portion.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm at the point where I just parted ways with Manny to go to the aquarium.
Nice.
The aquarium.
You're getting through it. Those are some good parts. Yeah.
I put another 10 hours into Days Gone this week. I'm at 60 hours. I'm still not at the platinum trophy, and I'm officially
But
bored.
you did beat it.
Oh yeah, game's done. I'm officially like over it. I was over it at about 40 hours, but I'm in way too far deep to give up for that platinum trophy now. So I'm going
it's easy, right?
Yeah, it's just cleanup stuff. It's just cleanup stuff. I'm listening to a podcast on the side. I'm like doing other stuff on the side, just kind of like doing a thing at a time. You know, it's just a whole thing. So doing that, I re-downloaded Last of Us and did all of Jackson. So like all of the first section of The Last of Us Part 2. I redid that with getting all the collectibles so I'm on my way to the platinum trophy there, but that's all I did. That was on Monday. I was this close to death, dude. I was so sick, and so that whole day I was like nothing. I could barely even concentrate on the game. I was like
Was that second dose of the vaccine, or you just
no, dude, stomach bug, bro. Stomach bug.
Whoa.
Yeah, it hit me hard for 24 hours. Felt great afterwards, but it was really tough. Worst I felt in years. So, but that's it. That's what I've been playing. Oh, and a couple stupid little games that I heard of. They're called Breakthrough Gaming Arcade, and they're really stupid but really addictive. Lots of trophies in them though.
Oh, I played a little bit of Knockout City.
Dude, wait, how did you feel about Knockout City?
It's okay.
Okay, all right. Not a James game. That's okay though.
No,
maybe not a James game.
I just want your real quick before we get into the news. Finn, what are your impressions of this like 60 frames per second update? I mean, it is what it is, but
it's like playing a new game. Like I know what to expect in Last of Us Part 2. Like I'm playing it, I know I know what I'm doing. But like it does feel that much different, especially from playing on a base level PS4 to now playing it on my PS5 in 4K 60 frames per second. It's like, dang, huge difference. So that's been nice. It's been really nice.
Cool.
Guys, E3 predictions. I'm so freaking excited. But we got a little bit of news here that like I would like to go over before we get into the predictions, some of which will affect some of our predictions. Other ones are just our regular news that we got to get through. So first up, I'm going to save this for Horizon stuff for when we get to Horizon and God of War. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to jump right into this. Battlefield will get a full reveal June 9th, and we'll cover it live on Strictly Casual. It's going to be a 7 a.m. event, our time.
Oh, man. Yeah.
But that'll be on June 9th. You guys can expect it. I'm so freaking excited for Battlefield 6. There's not really a lot to say about that. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to say about Battlefield?
I'm just looking forward to the massive multiplayer.
What are we hoping for the era?
Crazy.
Modern.
Modern. Yeah. I want, like Hardpoint, kind of during the casino one where you're robbing banks, helicopters. Cool. I like modern equipment. You know what I mean? Gear and vehicles. That's what I love in those games.
I want near future, baby.
Yeah.
Almost like that Black Ops 2 sort of time frame.
Like a 2030 type deal or like a 2025 type deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Interesting. That actually, I could see that.
Also, I like my gadgets. Okay.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
the cool future shit that you're like, oh, this
Absolutely.
has like super cool like tracer rounds that like are blue or whatever.
Grappling hooks that from your
Yeah,
arm.
you
Stuff
know,
like that.
just fun stuff like that. They can
Oh,
kind of just take the mobility up a little bit.
sure.
Mhm.
Double jump, maybe
That'd
a
be
little bit.
sick, actually. Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Wall
Battlefield's
running.
double
Becomes
jump.
Titanfall.
Titanfall, yeah.
124 player Titanfall.
Oh my god.
Dude,
God.
imagine.
With destruction.
That'd be
Ridiculous.
insane.
But yeah, I'm so stoked. Whatever it is, I just can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm ready for the return of Battlefield, baby.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
it's
want
gonna
it to
be
come back.
sweet, sweet victory.
Beat Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's gonna beat Call of Duty for sure. This next one.
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember those like arguments you get in
Yeah.
all the time on like Xbox Live as a kid? Be like, oh, Battlefield's so much better than Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It has bullet drop. COD doesn't have that.
Right. It's all.
realistic.
It's just the games that you played you liked better.
Yeah.
That's just how
Yeah.
it went. There was no good evidence either way. You
Yeah.
had no good
No.
points. Not even one.
Different games.
So that's that for Battlefield. I also want to go over a little bit of Biomutant updates and some Cyberpunk news before we get into some of the big news. But Biomutant devs say upcoming patch will improve basically everything that's bad. Last week we talked about Biomutant reviews were really on the rocks. Some people really liked it. Some people just, it did not click with them at all, and they just dropped it right away. So it was like totally in the middle. But PC Games reports that Biomutant's bizarre world, gorgeous vistas, and diverse combat options drew plenty of interest ahead of release. Certainly looked awesome in hands-off previews, but then it came out, and well, I don't need to reissue our entire Biomutant review here. Suffice to say that the game was a disappointment, and the devs are working on a big patch to address many of the complaints. Quote, we are working on an update for Biomutant, which we hope to get into the player's hands soon, the devs say in a tweet. Most likely, we will be able to deliver the update to PC platforms first and then to consoles. The update will include bug fixes and changes based on community feedback. The list of issues the devs are looking at is ambitious to say the least. Quote, we are working on the pacing of dialogues, narrator settings, difficulty settings, video settings like depth of field and motion blur, loot, enemy tuning, as well as sound and combat, which is basically everything that reviewers said they didn't like in there. So
They really just said we're remaking the game.
yeah, they're just doing a quick little Biomutant 2.0, you know, instead of getting that canceled. But yeah, so that's cool. They're working on it.
Yeah.
They've already been working on this game for how many? You've been playing it?
No, I haven't played it. I can't really give too much input on the release of the game.
Yeah,
But-
me neither. But glad to see they're committed to it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen the Cyberpunk news this week about
I
any
saw
people?
one piece.
I feel like I've kind of been blocking that stuff out when I see it.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just, it's been a point now when you're like, it's ridiculous.
Right.
I
But
saw
what
that they
is it?
I saw they appointed the new game director, and I said, "Oh, this is the point that we're at with the game."
Yeah.
That
They-
That's
people,
right.
it is in the scrapyard, and people are just trying to really pull it out from the depths, and people are giving up.
They
The
Marvel's
morale
Avenged
is
it.
so low.
I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know if
Yeah.
the morale is low though. It sounds like these guys are excited about fixing it from the interviews.
Okay,
And that's good. That's all we need, though. You know what I mean? As long as the love is
Yeah.
still there, they'll keep up with it, and we'll see
So,
it. We
didn't
could see
read
like a No Man's
interviews.
Sky.
Here's
know
what
what
here's what I kind of saw, which is my problem. Cyberpunk posted this graph about the crashes from launch till now,
Okay.
and it just had like it's the x-axis here and the y-axis here, right? Like up and
Yeah.
down. Okay, so
Yeah.
x-axis on the bottom was crashes. There was no y-axis to give us any sort of means about where the crashes are at, but the graph just slowly goes down. Like it's barely like there's less and less crashes, but we have nothing to go on how much it's actually fixed.
that
And so I was like,
mean?
this is whack. But there was an interview that was like tied to that. So of course I watched it because like I'm pretty invested in Cyberpunk. I really like the game. I really, really like it, even though it's a buggy mess. So I'm excited for it. And they gave an updated roadmap in that interview that still shows next gen versions will be out by the end of the year, plus more patches and stuff even before that. And then the team says they're still committed to bring Cyberpunk to the promised state, and they appoint the new game director, Gabriel Amentiago.
Got you.
Amon
Toglo. I'm so
Almost
sorry,
done,
Gabriel.
And like, yeah.
Here, we're going to be reaching out in like a year and a half when Cyberpunk is like a perfect 10 out of 10 getting re-reviewed, reaching out to Gabriel being like, hey, bro, you want to come on our podcast so we can interview you? and he's gonna be like, nah, you guys butchered my name on episode 67 of Check.
Respect.
So that's that. Someone tell me about Watch Dogs Legion.
Watch Dogs Legion. It's a 4-player co-op zombies experience.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys gotta tell me you know about this. And also, okay, of course, getting a 60 frame 4K on next gen consoles, getting a nice little update.
Finally.
But I know that they've showed just recently they posted a roadmap. They're adding more and more DLC and they're keeping up with it, but it doesn't seem like it's anything significant. What can you guys tell me? What's the zombies thing? What is this?
I watched a little gameplay and it actually looked really fun. So you get dropped in with a random character, like with a random set of roles and gadgets.
Sure.
So that, because that's the whole premise of the game, is like you collect different people, and then you use whatever those people's like fighting styles are, or like what they use in their daily lives to attack people, I guess. So you jump in with a randomly rolled character, and you need to like learn their stuff and work together with the other 4 people. To like, so you're hacking things to like try to contain zombies in certain areas, and then you can take them out easier, and then you can open gates and stuff to train zombies around and stuff. Like, it was actually looked like pretty in depth.
Like zombies, yeah, that's
totally
that's
free
wild.
update. And that's going to come with more online stuff later on this year. I still have Watch Dogs Legion that I've never played, but you know what? I think maybe once all this is out, I would actually like to try it out like quite a bit. I'm excited.
It's so short too. Like you can get that game done in like a day or two. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's great because Days Gone took me weeks, bro.
It's great. That was awesome. I like that one. Okay, is that all the news we got? What else?
No.
That's gonna be. I mean, unless we want to go over this Horizon stuff before we get into our big news story before the predictions.
And it is separate from like development stuff.
Hit me.
Because a lot of it is features.
Do it.
But the feature, it will bleed into it nicely.
Perfect.
I think it'll be a good transition. Okay. So this comes from Game Informer and IGN, and Nibelian on Twitter composed the list of all these different gameplay details. And basically, he just went through a lot of different interviews and just said these are a bunch of the gameplay elements that they talked about in said interviews. And so starting off, this is just a big old list. New free climbing system, full 3D audio and DualSense support, completely overhauled skill tree, new melee system with combos, many different biomes, new workbench system for upgrades, development is on track. A lot of the game has been developed on PS4 and is still being play tested on PS4, even though the demo we saw was on PS5.
PS5, yeah.
PS5 version has a different water rendering technique than PS4 and more details. The hero lighting on Aloy, which I don't know what that is only available in cutscenes on PS4. Game world is a bit bigger, but focuses on density. You can use focus scan on humans since they now have armor pieces on them. That's more aggressive. The humans are more aggressive than before, and the underwater gameplay is deeper than one might think. No pun intended. There are also it also features 60 frames per second performance mode on PS5, as you would suggest, or as you would guess.
Right. Okay.
This is cool. I think the thing that stand out for me is the overhauled skill tree, because for us that have played the game, we know that it's like very kind of complicated. The menu system is a little weird with the text and the design. So any little sort of detail, quality of life update, as they call it, that sort of thing is great. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Yeah, even workbench, what?
I know. That's kind of cool.
You mention it, Ryder. Talking about the skill tree, I'm hoping that the skill tree has skills that are essential, but I feel like with the first game, you had to really build up to those ones that made the game feel like bearable, like that. Have that quality of life. Well, not bearable in the sense, I can't play it, but like this, you looked at
meaningful,
meaningful. But I mean more in a sense of like there are upgrades four tiers down the line that I was like, I feel like I should have had this earlier.
Yeah, okay, that's like a basic thing. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I got you.
Right, that's fair.
I'm only a little bit in, but I feel what you mean.
So that article perfectly leads us in to this huge PlayStation blog article that was released yesterday on Wednesday, July 1st, I believe. June 2nd. Today's the 3rd.
Yes.
So here we go. This is going to affect our predictions going forward, but on the PlayStation blog, God of War is delayed and is cross-gen, and Horizon Forbidden West is not even confirmed for this year yet? Question mark? This comes from the PlayStation blog, of course. So we have currently 2 big, very narrative-driven games in development, Horizon Forbidden West and the next God of War. And for both of those, they're frankly affected by access to performance, capture, and talent. For Horizon, we think we are on track to release this holiday season, but that isn't quite certain yet, and we're working as hard as we can to confirm that to you as soon as we can. That sentence is worded awfully. And for God of War, the project started a little later, so we've made the decision to push that game out to next year to ensure that Santa Monica Studio can deliver the amazing God of War game that we all wanted to play. We all called it. We've been saying that for months. Months. Where it makes sense to develop a title both for PS4 and PS5. For Horizon Forbidden West, the next God of War and Gran Turismo 7, which I'm very excited for, we'll continue looking at that. And if PS4 owners want to play that game, they can. And if they want to go and play the PS5 version, that game will be on there for them as well. Okay? So God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and Gran Turismo 7 will be cross-generation, both PS4 and PS5. Whereas, we'll get into this right now. That being said, it's also important to have showcases just for the PS5, hence the development of Returnal and Ratchet that are exclusive to PS5. James, you have a little tidbit here at the end.
Yeah,
I do. I want to talk about Sony's lack of consistency in terms of overall generations, and I'm trying to pull it up right now because Nibelian retweeted a thing. Oh, here it is. According to a Video Games Chronicle write-up, the God of War 2018 sequel and Horizon Forbidden West were always meant to be cross-gen titles. The decision was to put Gran Turismo 7 on PS4 as well was made fairly recently. So apparently this talk of exclusively for PS5 only applied to Gran Turismo 7 originally, when a lot of the conversation seems like Sony, because Sony did say earlier, like very early in the console generation, even before it released, they were saying we believe in generations.
Yep.
And so the assumption was that they were going to do a harder cutoff than maybe initially anticipated from that earlier generation, so that they can jump right into making that new hardware. And if you look at Twitter, gaming Twitter right now, it's all like memes about my base PS4 trying to run God of War and Horizon Forbidden West, and it's like the SpongeBob, like,
catching his breath.
He's out of breath. He is gassed. And so, I just want to talk about whether or not we think Sony knows what they're doing in terms of whether this is the right move, whether we think Sony has their head on straight, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So I was in a Twitter Spaces yesterday. We were talking about the same exact thing. There was freaking 15 people in there so mad about that, like, oh, I have a PS5 and I don't even think I'm getting the full experience because Sony's making games for both platforms and everything like this. And on one hand, I totally see where they're coming from. If they were just making games for PS5, then yes, they would take advantage of the full power, right? If they're releasing on PS4 and PS5, they definitely have to do some things. But we have to understand that, like, PS4 is their biggest audience. Everybody's got a PS4.
Right.
Very small percentage has a PS5 right now. So it makes sense that their two of their biggest exclusives are going to be on both platforms. It makes sense. But it gives me so much hope here that, James, you just read this article about Horizon Forbidden West that says the game has been developed on PS4, still being play tested on PS4 and PS5 version. The PS5 version has a different water rendering technique. So, like, they're taking sub-core, like, rendering pieces of the game that are changing for the PS5 version. So, like, it will look better on PS5. Not just like 4K 60 frames per second, but like they're using techniques that the PS5 only has access to play that game. I'm not super worried about, like, I don't know how how much of a gap and stuff. We're gonna get a good experience.
Do you think Sony initially made that? Sorry to cut you off, Ryder.
No, it's good.
Do you think Sony initially made that statement before maybe anticipating the shortages of consoles right now, the chip shortages, and basically the lack of stock that consumers are able to pick up of PS5s?
I don't know, maybe, but either way, I think that we've already gotten some PS5 like super exclusive games. So like, I think in the future they will do more just PS5 exclusive games. Some of them will be cross, some of them won't be, and I think that's probably a decision they had made way before they made that.
This kind of feels like a separation from like Sony versus PlayStation, because I feel like Sony as a company is thinking sales wise, of course, but maybe, if you guys know if there's more of a separation with between these two separate entities. I feel like that PlayStation is kind of, being hindered because I always talk about this. I'm saying if we're next generation, I want to see more leaps of pushing. And, we're seeing delays now of these games because they're trying to work for both. And I can't help but feel like some of these companies are kind of, in pain, feeling like they have to do stuff for both, even if they're doing different techniques for PS5. Right. They gotta, like you said, since most people are on PS4, they gotta appeal to that versus push the PS5, since that's the next thing we're trying to move on to. You know what I mean? It's a weird situation.
I think it'd be a different story if people were able to go out to the store and buy a PS5 right now.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. But because you still have to have bots for PS5, and you still have scalpers, and you still have people following all the Twitter accounts that post when PS5s come back in stock. I think until we're gonna have a I don't know if saying a surplus of stock is the right thing, but until you see PS5s on the shelves, when you go to Best Buy, when you go to Walmart, wherever, until you get there, I think we're still gonna be seeing a lot of PS4 versions of PS5 games.
Absolutely.
And I'll use that language instead of PS5 versions of PS4 games.
Yeah. It's good. That's good. I think it's time.
That's great. Yeah.
I think it's time,
baby.
Well, actually, we got one more thing. By the way, this is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. But Nintendo's E3 is going to be almost a week after E3 weeks. All right, it's actually at the end of E3 week, which is June 15th. So it's like the very, very end. And they made sure to say in their statement that Nintendo's E3 will be software only showcase. Like
so
specifically in they italicized it so that you would know to not expect
no new console.
Yeah. Don't expect the Super Switch. They say.
Well, a lot of people are using that to kind of imply that they're going to reveal the Super Switch or Switch Pro or whatever before the conference, so that when it comes to the conference, they can focus specifically on the games for that and how that's going to work.
It's not bad. Do you think they'll announce it in a tweet and then show everything off in the showcase?
Dang, just a tweet. It's hilarious. Here's a new console, just a photo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get into our E3 predictions for 2021. Here's how this is going to work. We talked about this before the show. Someone tell me if this is wrong, but we're going to go in a circle. So it's going to go me, James, Ryder, and we're just going to go in a circle with some of our biggest predictions of for this year. And then basically if someone says something that we have on our list too, we'll just talk about it. We're going to chat it up. We're going to just hot take the crap out of each other for this. All right. That's how it's going to go.
Let's do it. Get us
Number
started.
one.
Better be a big one.
I'm just going to start it off real hot since we're on the subject of God of War. Okay. We're going to start us real hot. And I want you guys to tell me no. I want you guys to tell me you're definitely wrong or to agree. You know what I mean? Either way. So here we go. Even with all this news on God of War Ragnarok, I still think that we get a trailer. Not just a 30-second teaser. It's not going to be a full 15-minute gameplay thing. There's no shot. We're not at that point yet. But I'm guessing we get like a 5-minute hefty trailer that teases story. We get an idea of locations and baddies, what the characters are up to, but still tons of room to speculate. Nothing. There will be like no spoilers. It'll be very like it'll be like narration, maybe like a quick shot of something. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be like that. Like probably like a 5-minute thing. What do you guys think about that? Or what do you think we will be getting for God of War?
You know, I think I could totally see something very similar to the first trailer that we got for God of War back in 2017, 2018.
Boy.
Of where you get that short gameplay demo of Kratos and Atreus like walking into the forest and doing the whole deer thing. And you get like, wait a second, was there another trailer after that showcased a little bit of the combat, or was that
it was gameplay? Yeah, a little bit. Didn't
was
Corey
that the same one?
I think so, right? Where they showed that with the orchestra and then they had gameplay. I thought he played it.
There's the trailer. No, it's the trailer where he's wrapping his arms like this and he's like wrapping it heavy and it kind of like pans up and then you see like Kratos and then the crowd goes wild and it just cuts. That was like the trailer that we got previously for Ragnarok, where it was just like literally just the title. We got Ragnarok, and then they showed gameplay at a separate event, I believe. But it was that same year. It was that same year.
Okay.
Right. So I think we'll get that.
Okay. The gameplay part? The second part or the first
part? I think we'll get gameplay. But again, not the 15-minute gameplay demo. But I mean, Sony Santa Monica never did a 15-minute gameplay demo for the first one. It was only like, I don't know, 3 minutes.
Sure.
So I think we'll get something like that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
My little tidbit, I think that maybe we have like an orchestra playing a score of kind of the theme, but kind of a new rendition of it.
They'll go big.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
They'll go so big. Oh man, that's great.
Right, James. I'm excited to hear your first one, dude.
We're gonna start with this is a double. This is a two-piecer, a twofer.
A twofer.
And this is in regards to the Nintendo conference. All right, so here's my low ball, and I have a high ball, a reacher. My low ball is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 trailer with a gameplay demo, and it is releasing this fall alongside a new Switch Pro.
Sure.
Console bundle?
Here's
maybe. But
yeah.
Let me finish. And then my reach is you get that for the fall, and then you get one Zelda game remastered dropping right now on the Nintendo Play Store. So as the event is occurring, saying go download this right now, it's going to be like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. One of the big ones is going to, or like, I can see maybe one that has a big cult following, but not necessarily like, it's not like Ocarina of Time big. I'm thinking like Wind Waker.
Okay.
Like, Twilight Princess? That's all I want. That's all I want is Twilight Princess.
A lot of people like want Twilight Princess because that was their like first Zelda game.
I guess that was one of my first.
I like the pitch on the remaster. The remaster feels about right. I feel like we're seeing a lot of remasters lately. I feel like there's been a lot of news of different like Crisis and stuff like that. So that feels about right. Breath of the Wild 2, I do think we could possibly see something. I mean, it makes sense. As for the bundle, I feel like it will be bundled, but I don't think that announcement's coming yet. But I feel like the bundle just makes sense to bundle that.
I feel like we have to get Breath of the Wild 2 trailer and gameplay this E3. Like,
yeah, we do.
And it's coming out at the end of the year.
Because we've known about it since 2019?
Forever. We've known about that game freaking forever. And like, if Nintendo really is launching a console this year, they need games to ship with that console that are going to show it, and it's going to be Breath of the Wild 2. They literally have nothing else that they've announced that would make people buy it, but I think that game would sell that console, Here's the thing. I don't know if we get a release date, because here's what I'm thinking. Here's really what I'm thinking, guys. Do you remember when Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild 1 launched the same exact week in 2016 or 17 or whatever it launched? It launched the same exact week. Horizon didn't sell anything. Horizon didn't sell crap, okay? I think that's another reason why we didn't get a release date for Horizon. Not only because they don't know if they're ready, they don't want to launch the same time Breath of the Wild's launching when it's the same freaking open world game and then kill their sales like they did the last time, So who knows? But James,
good thing Horizon isn't coming out till 2022.
Well, we'll see. If Horizon doesn't come out to 2022, then God of War's not coming out to the end of 2022.
December 20.
Which means Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is going to eat up those fall sales.
I really want Breath of the Wild 2 and Horizon this year, though, so that we can get God of War in like May. You know what I mean? Like a May or like a Q2, Q1 release date.
That's all right.
But I don't know. But we're all in agreement that we're getting Breath of the Wild 2 at some point this week. There's no shot we're not.
Yeah, no shot we're not.
And if we can get Wind Waker remastered to drop day in, day out. Oh my God.
That would be.
I mean, granted, there's already Skyward Sword that they like revealed getting remastered, but I think a remaster of an older one would be.
I think
do you think they would do that?
I don't know, because they have
Skyward Sword already being.
They would. They're just Nintendo's all about recycling. It's this is. Are you kidding me? They just put out
money.
It's the age of recycling for these.
They did the 30th anniversary. They did the Sunshine Galaxy and whatever the other one was. Dang it, I forget. And then like a couple weeks later, they put out Bowser's Fury plus the other game, like weeks apart from each other. That's so many. That's 5 freaking Mario games. 5 recycled Mario games. So plus Paper Mario like the month before, they're fine doing another Zelda. They'll do it. I'm not even surprised. Ryder, this is you.
Okay. So something that I'm really looking forward to, and this is kind of a stretch, don't get me wrong, but there's some practicality with this. I want to see something new from Remedy. Now, Alan Wake has been in the universe. We have Quantum Break, Control, and Alan Wake is huge in this universe, and I want to see maybe if they even did a remaster and not like a new sequel or an IP with Remedy, I'd be happy because I want a new next generation for Alan Wake. But most likely what's about to happen is Remedy released some footage a while back at an event called Crossfire X. And that was a cinematic action shooter. And so I feel like that's going to be, if Remedy brings something to the table, it's going to be that shooter that was kind of delayed. We don't know. It was just, they brought a cinematic. It looked cool.
Yeah, that was at the Xbox conference, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
When was
I
that?
didn't remember what it was. That was a while ago. It was a long time.
2019, I want to say.
I thought we had seen it together. I don't know if we saw it together, but we were talking. We were talking when it happened.
So they still launched Control after they showed that gameplay or that demo or that cinematic?
Control came out before this cinematic happened because it was like the next thing that I was like, oh, is this
Remedy?
Remedy?
It was supposed to come out in 2020.
Yeah. So they're still working on it.
Because I definitely think we've had rumors of Alan Wake 2 happen.
I
We've
know.
had a lot of rumors of it.
It would blow my mind. That's all I want. Alan Wake. I love it.
I think on top of that, we get an IP. We get that IP or whatever. We'll get some sort of information about what else they're working on.
Their next weird thing. That'd be so cool.
Remedy's gonna become a top tier studio, baby. I think Control was really, really good in my opinion. Like really freaking good.
That's my next after Last of Us 2.
I didn't get the story at all, but I loved it. I didn't understand what was going on the entire time.
It's such a cool game to play. God, it was awesome.
My bad. Crossfire X was unveiled at E3 2020.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so well, then we'll probably get more of that because we haven't heard anything about that since. So that's interesting.
Back to you, Vin.
Okay, my next one. We have to talk about Lego Skywalker Saga because God, I'm so freaking excited for this game. My guess we'll get at least 10 minutes of gameplay. At least 10 minutes of gameplay. Like we'll see how the new engine looks finally because we've only really gotten cinematics and stuff and like leaked footage of it. We'll see how the shooting mechanics are, like the third person shooting, the third person driving, like all this sort of thing. It's not just like over the head Star Wars anymore. Like it's a full thing. Okay.
Wow.
I want to see the the hub area, all that kind of stuff. I want to see the giant ass 150 million character screen that they're doing with like it's like every single character ever. I think we get a September release date finally. I think that's a safe bet for a Lego game. Just drop it right in that holiday time. Have it be
a little later.
All right, fine. September, November, something around there.
October. No.
Yeah, it'll be end of the year.
Just say every month. Yeah.
They won't push it to 2022. But here's where it gets a little crazy. I've been reading some stuff. And I want you guys to call me on my BS, okay?
Okay.
Reading some stuff. There's speculation online that because this is a new engine for Lego games, they're going to be able to develop more Lego games at a faster rate. Right? So they've already the rumor is that yes, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga's in development and pretty much done, and they've already started working on the Lego Marvel Infinity Saga game.
I heard the same thing, and I think it is a strong prediction.
Can you imagine? I don't think it could be all. How many movies are in this Marvel Cinematic Universe?
23.
Like, I mean, up to Endgame.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Like
22.
So 22 up to Endgame. Can you imagine playing through 22 freaking movies with all the characters? But here's the thing.
So sick.
9 is already a lot for the Skywalker Saga, and that took years. Imagine doing 22 full stories. I'm assuming they'll actually like do a highlight reel through all the stuff and blend it into a story. That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
But that would be a huge game that would sell so well. I'm excited to see the new engine more than anything at this damn conference, bro.
When you say new engine, is it like a different POV or what do you mean?
Yeah,
a different POV.
Yeah.
It's like over the shoulder, third person shooting. New like new like melee combat.
So it still plays like a Lego game.
Really, yeah.
Like you can change characters.
Go back and watch the last Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga trailer, and you'll see.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh
awesome.
my god. So that's one of my most hype predictions for this. Well, I can't take credit. It's not my prediction. I was reading about it and I'm very excited for it. So I wanted to relay the information here.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be screaming. I'll be like, "Oh my god, Lego!"
Oh, I will
anything. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Next prediction.
Yep.
I meant to say this along with the Nintendo stuff earlier because it was in a bullet point right under it. I don't think we're gonna get any mention. As much as I hate to say, I don't think we're gonna get any mention of Metroid whatsoever.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
That's my devil's advocate
Okay. I hope.
prediction.
I hope you're
I'm
wrong.
not up to date with.
It's
with
not my
Metroid
hope,
stuff, so
but it is what I think they're gonna do.
Sure.
I'll
That's
go
fair.
with
This
you.
is
on
my
one.
this
Won't
is my
disagree.
actual one for this round.
Okay.
Sony shows a prototype of their PlayStation VR 2, talk about improvements briefly, and that's it.
You think they unveil it right there? The PSVR 2 is ready to be unveiled.
We've already seen the controllers.
Yes.
I think
That's
we'll see
right.
a headset.
You're right.
100%, James. I'm right there with you. I have one in mind. I put even a stretch, but I want to see. I feel like they're gonna unveil something with that. I want to see like a trailer, and they're gonna have a kid with it, and they're gonna be playing around with it, showing some of the like on a TV screen, and we'll see some games.
Oh my.
So
I don't think we'll see games, but I think
No?
we'll see
Okay.
the hardware.
Okay. Do you think they give us a rough year that it could come out? Or no? I don't know. It's
I don't know.
I think they could.
okay. Wow. PSVR 2. We get to see the headset this summer? Maybe.
that would be amazing.
Maybe.
We've seen the controllers, so it wouldn't be too far off to
Yeah.
see the headset.
Yeah.
One more
wow.
specs on like the screen. Have we gotten any like
Yeah,
4K?
No, I
It's
think
two
they'll
2K screens. They've
Oh,
had
I think
that.
they'll overview the specs again,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but they will not show like gameplay or anything.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right. I'll continue on to mine now. I'm gonna skip this one. Let's see. I'm gonna talk about the Forest 2. I feel like this is more PC stuff, but we might see the Forest 2. We saw a little trailer. It was like a tease of like he's back on the island or something like that. So I think we're
Yeah.
gonna see more. Maybe if it depends on the company. I put depends on what company that is. I'm not sure, of course.
Yeah.
But if y'all know more info on that, but I think
I
Forest
think it
2
would
we'll
be
see
at
some
the
more stuff.
Microsoft conference because I think
Okay.
the Forest was unveiled at an old Microsoft E3.
Okay.
I
I'm
could be wrong.
I think
It
the
could be a
Microsoft
low
conference is going to be the biggest conference. Microsoft's going to have
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
conference here.
We'll
Absolutely.
see a lot of like indie games, like kind of like Forest, and more smaller like PC Ultimate Game Pass, really pushing that.
Right.
Game Pass
Oh,
Ultimate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
And
what Microsoft does right now.
Forest has been getting a huge push, like recently
Oh,
again. They've been
Mhm.
throwing sales everywhere and stuff like that, and I've seen it around so much more, even though it's been out for years. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on Forest too. Could be great.
Not at all.
That's fine.
Could be great. I have another one for Microsoft's conference. I think that this is not really a stretch. I feel like this is kind of like a dumb prediction because I feel like it's going to happen. But Xbox is going to show Halo Infinite Battle Royale. My guess is we get not only the gameplay, like more gameplay. Well, we've already seen gameplay for like the campaign, right? We'll
Yes.
see
Yeah.
Battle Royale gameplay at this point, or like multiplayer gameplay. Plus, we'll get another story trailer that maybe has some gameplay clips edited in of like the main story, but not. We won't get like a whole slice of actual campaign gameplay.
How does it look though?
It looks way freaking better than anything they showed, and they make sure it's 100% polished, and people post screenshots and put it against Ratchet and Clank, being like, "Oh, Xbox is the best graphics. Look at this!"
Oh my God.
And then on the comments, it's just Kevin. It's that that big
Thing.
called.
That face.
That's what they called it, Kevin, right?
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't.
The monster.
But yeah, I
alien?
know what you're talking about, the face.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. But yeah, I think we get something like that, and then we'll get the release date, and it'll be the final release date with no delays. I think that this will be it, and I think it launches at the end of the year.
Do we
This year?
think that?
Yep.
Do we think that's gonna have like a successful launch? I don't know. I'm kind of afraid that that's gonna have like another Cyberpunk type scenario where
It
kinda
has to be
overhyping it.
Successful? No, it has to be
It has to
successful,
be.
or
it
else
has to, right?
Xbox's
yeah.
livelihood depends
No,
on it.
it
Yeah,
really
true,
has
true.
to.
You're right.
I think that's why it's been delayed so many times.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
100%. You're right.
maybe I take it back. Maybe Halo Infinite comes out the beginning of next year, so they make sure it's a good launch. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
All right. Starfield gets a gameplay demo and a trailer.
Holy crap.
Explicitly stated as exclusive for Game Pass and Microsoft platforms.
Yep.
Wow.
Very
nice.
interesting.
Hmm.
Here's yeah. We have to get Starfield. We've been a while since we've seen it.
Hmm.
2022 quarter 2.
Begin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I even feel like that's fast.
Yeah. Okay, so I wrote we get a Starfield trailer. I don't know if we get gameplay. And I said late
I think we'll get
2022.
gameplay.
Is this the one that has
We've
Henry
seen
Cavill, Mark
screenshots.
Hamill? Does this have like those big actors in it? Like,
No, that's Star Citizen.
Oh, okay.
Star Citizen will never come out.
Star Citizen.
That's
Okay,
just a
yeah,
crowdfunded game.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I say, I wrote. I don't want to like take away from your prediction. I wrote with not gameplay, definitely a trailer. End of the year 2022, no release date, but they'll say some BS like
We've
more to
seen
see
gameplay
soon.
screenshots.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But with all the
Mocked
recent
up.
reports, like we're so far off. Like there's been so many.
Vertical slices, baby.
Okay. Yeah, they just been
Vertical
working on this
slice.
one slice for a long time.
Yep.
I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't kept. I get confused of those star
It's all the
games.
same. They're all the
So-
same.
they're the
They are
same,
all
right?
the same game.
They're in purgatory. I feel like they're in purgatory, and I hear about them
Yep.
since I was 7 years old. Or whatever. But anyway.
It's true.
Yep.
Anyways,
Legends.
okay. Now
Like
thinking
a long
about.
lost little brother. You've heard his name, but you don't know him.
Oh my god. You're like
I
that.
was hearing you describe it. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
Very good. Now, I was gonna pitch this, and I was like, "This is kind of a joke." Spider-Man 2. Now, hear me out. I think we might get a tease because back, I think it was E3, where we saw that God of War thing. That show, we had also seen the new Call of Duty, Spider-Man, the Spider-Man cinematic trailer. So there was a lot of
That was
heavy
the-
hitters.
That
It was a
the
huge one, right?
E3 of
Yeah, you remember.
dreams.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, we're back from COVID. The
I
world's
still
going
think
back.
about that E3.
Yeah, it's great. So I was a hey. I feel like Spider-Man 2, there's been plenty of time. They're slowly working on it. I think we're gonna see just something, a little tease or something. Kind of like the God of War was. We'll see that God of War Ragnarok tease for Spider-Man, and we'll see like the title card where it shows the two logos, and then maybe like I don't know, like a Mysterio type vibe where the villain's revealed.
Right.
Or something, I don't know.
I think you're out of your goddamn mind.
Well,
do you
let's see
think?
something? Venom.
I think it has to be Venom because the
Yeah.
way Spider-Man ended.
Well, we have to think. We were shocked when we got the Miles Morales. Like,
Yeah,
that was so
true.
soon, it felt like, after Spider-Man came out.
That was really soon.
And it was a whole game, solid too.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just pumping it out. They might be pumping it out.
Yeah,
I'll
it might
do a
already be
counter
kinda-
because I think Sunset Overdrive is coming to PlayStation 5.
Oh, shoot.
So I
Sunset
feel like they wouldn't do Sunset Overdrive PS5 and Spider-Man reveal unless it was just a little tease.
Do you think they reveal Sunset Overdrive at E3?
Yeah.
That feels like a safe bet. What, like a sequel or is this a remaster?
It's a
It's-
remaster. Well, it's either I think it's just like a
port. So
Like a
it was,
port,
it was an
60 frames
Xbox
per second
only
port.
game.
Yeah, was this game
Yeah.
popular? Like I remember on Xbox
Yeah, it was
One, that was
huge.
their.
That
Oh,
was
really?
the
Okay.
system, one of the system sellers for
Oh,
when
wow.
Xbox first came out.
Mhm.
And Insomniac built off that to make Spider-Man, like the movement and
Yeah.
stuff like that in
Oh,
that game.
true.
So,
Yeah.
I think that's Insomniac.
That makes sense.
We safer.
yeah. But, Ryder, I don't think we're far off from the Spider-Man 2 reveal. I think that'll
Not at all.
happen like soon.
Yeah.
Also,
I think it'll happen within the year.
keep in mind, guys, Sony has more stuff that we don't know about that they will say at this E3. They don't have like they're gonna have their own thing, but like we only know about. We've already gotten Horizon stuff. We're not getting any more Horizon for a while.
Mm-mm.
No more.
No.
We'll get God of War. What else? Like, you know what I mean? Like we have to see a new IP or something.
Well,
there's
we
not
have
much in the
Project
pipeline.
Athia.
Yeah, but we're gonna get something brand new that we
Alright.
don't know about. Like, it has to be something.
piece, yeah. Brand new.
Are you already
Like-
calling your new third-party IP prediction?
No.
That was one of mine. I won't like just briefly. I'm not gonna get into it, but like new IP that I was saying, like every conference has like the biggest AAA game that everyone's like, oh, this is the future. I think that like you're talking about. It could be from Naughty Dog, or another company that they have. But I think we're gonna see from some company a huge hit. That's gonna be like, wow, next gen only,
Right.
some big thing, right? Like,
Yeah, I think we
I
will.
mean,
I think it'll happen. We got to keep cooking. We're only like I'm only like halfway through my prediction, so we got to keep going.
We'll bump through.
Exactly.
I'm gonna skip over the Starfield stuff because we already went over it. My next guess is that we get Jedi Fallen Order 2. Jedi Fallen Order 2. We'll get a
Tell me
teaser
about it.
trailer, and my guess we get a teaser trailer with maybe some famous Star Wars voice in there, so that people can speculate. No gameplay yet, but maybe just like literally the
Cinematic,
tease.
yeah.
Who
And
do you play as?
you play as Cal Kestis.
Okay.
It's Cal Kestis again, but it's gonna have some sort of tie into some
More
sort of
involved, way
Rebels or
sure.
Clone Wars or something like that. You know what I mean? Something.
Just
Oh no,
the
sorry,
show?
no. Like, I know it's afterwards, but like, no. Well, yeah, it'll have some sort of
During
tie into
Rebels
like
era.
sure, some sort of Rebels
Okay.
tie-in. That'd be really cool. My guess is that comes through the Xbox conference since it's EA.
Okay.
I think.
Release date?
Oh, actually, no, it'll
Release
come in the
window?
EA conference. I don't think we get a
Yeah.
release window, just that they're making it.
Okay.
That's it.
I said expected coming sooner than expected in quarter 2 2022.
Wow, that's
Okay.
super soon. Super soon.
Well,
Yeah.
they haven't done anything else.
True. Very
Or
true.
okay,
Ooh.
I actually want to follow this up with a question.
Yep.
What do you think Respawn is doing about their other Star Wars title?
Which one?
The one that Vince
Just
Zampella
Brady.
is working on? Zampella?
The open world one?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't see it. That's still being made. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't
And
have
there's no
anything about
word
it on
on
my list.
there's no word on Battlefield 3.
Battlefront 3? No.
Battlefront.
Don't.
Sorry,
No.
I said
Never
Battlefield,
happening.
Battlefront.
I
I don't
It's
think it's
not
ever happening.
Oh,
not
it's all dead. Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
happening.
Because EA's contract only got renewed for certain things now. Their big
Gotcha.
contract
Yeah,
is
yeah.
done.
Okay.
The one where they
Okay.
felt like they had to pump out games, and the only games they could pump out were Battlefront. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
Real quick, I originally had not a single fucking word about Marvel's Avengers, but it just got announced that they're gonna go over Black Panther
Yeah.
DLC and some
Mhm.
other stuff. So I'll move on to my next one. Not a peep about the new Naughty Dog title. If anything, it's gonna be a little teaser, like a logo or a working title.
Totally
Okay.
agree. We don't get anything from Naughty Dog. Not a single thing.
It'll be like a leaf, and it'll say a word like atmosphere, and we won't even know what that
We'll
is.
be like, oh
We'll
my
be like, what the fuck
god,
is this?
yeah. We'll be freaking out, losing our
Whoa.
minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
what does
awesome.
this
I
mean?
agree.
What does this symbolize? Yeah.
Yeah.
No Naughty Dog.
Okay. Here's one that I think we'll see maybe for the Microsoft one, Skull and Bones, which people have been hyping up, and I've been on that train a little bit because it's kind of like Sea of Thieves, I know, but I feel like we could maybe see something that could kind of die off and not happen, but I don't know. I feel like it's hyped, but it might not perform well. But unless it shocks on this reveal.
That'll be during the Ubisoft event.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ubisoft Forward.
Because the last time we saw that was in 2018. So yeah,
Okay.
we're about due for some Skull and Bones gameplay.
But there is like a connection there with Xbox, right? In a way,
Sure,
or no?
probably like
Is that just my head of Sea of
I don't know.
Thieves?
It might. No.
Yeah, I
if
think
anything,
so.
it'll be on Game Pass, but I mean,
Okay.
it's not a Microsoft property.
Mhm.
trying to look.
Yeah.
Okay, back to it. Gotham Knights, baby. We'll get a new thing of gameplay, and it's not going to just be edited gameplay. Like last time we got like a couple edited sections. I think we're going to get a full mission, like one mission or something like that.
Start to finish.
Yep. And I think this is coming out in that May next year range, right before summer. That seems like a decent spot for that. That's it. That's all I got for that.
All right. We got a new title from Obsidian that's not the Outer Worlds too. They had a lot of success with Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna do maybe a new IP. They really liked Outer Worlds. A lot of people really liked Outer Worlds. A lot of people are speculating Outer Worlds 2, but I think they're gonna move on to a different IP just because I think I want them to move on to a different IP.
Did you play Outer Worlds?
A little bit.
Okay. I
Wasn't for me.
want to play it eventually. Looks pretty cool.
It's a tad slower than like Fallout, and even
Yeah.
Fallout was too much for me. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay, I think we will see a new Call of Duty reveal. Like always, this is a basic one because it's not like it's huge, but I think we will get like a cinematic trailer giving us a vibe of the era, even though it's kind of been leaked that it's going to be World War II. We're going to see, like always, just pushing that.
I'm gonna be completely disinterested.
I can't wait for this to be completely overshadowed by Battlefield 6.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah,
Yes. That's
Call
what
of
I'm
Duty
saying,
is going to be tweeting like extra tweets with
It's gonna
like
be
extra
dead.
screenshots weeks after it goes.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be basking in Battlefield 6 in the sun, the glorious light rays of Battlefield 6.
Beautiful.
It's going to hurt bad for COD this year, but that's okay. So be it. This is my favorite prediction of them all. Sony finally gives us a list of compatible SSDs that work with the PlayStation 5, and I will go and buy one immediately before they sell out during the conference. While the conference is going, I will buy one right away.
That's a great prediction.
Nice. You can install more than one game now.
Finally. I can finally
great
play
prediction.
something and have a friend that wants to play something else with me, and I can actually keep that game on there for those random times when I want to play with them. And try to instead of trying to plan a week ahead of time to download the game.
Great
God.
idea.
That's all.
I think along with that, Vin, this gave me an idea.
Yeah.
One UI improvement.
A single UI improvement. Hit me.
Like
What is it going to
folders
be?
or some shit like that. I think it's gonna be folders.
Do you know what the thing that really I don't like about the PS5 UI right now that I hope they change is how to access your friends. I don't like going into that. I want to just see all my friends that are online so I can invite them to a party or invite them to a game. It's too many buttons to get there.
Oh,
right.
quick question.
Yep.
Before, do y'all use cards at all on the games or no? Is that not?
I
Is
never
that
use
like?
cards.
So that was just like a whole.
Well, there are games where the cards work, but I haven't really played the games where the cards work.
Yeah, I don't really.
They're not integrated as much. Okay.
Although the cards do work for trophies. I love them for trophies. They work great. I can just click the button and they scroll through. Well, only for PlayStation exclusive games. It's not
my gosh.
Yeah. And there's not even that many yet. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
pretty much it.
Ready?
Yep.
Hideo Kojima makes an appearance with a super fucking ominous trailer of the horror game he's been working on, and it's like a 1 minute cinematic trailer.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That sounds it makes sense.
Very similar to a Death Stranding reveal where it got some weird I mean, if it happens on one of like the digital stages, like it'll be some weird fucking stage setup.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be a fucking hologram or something like that.
Yeah. But didn't we see something from Kojima about the space guy with the moon and like
that was for Death Stranding.
That was for Death Stranding? Okay.
Yeah, that was just the announcement of his studio, Kojima Productions.
Oh.
And then we got some tweets earlier, like last week, of Hideo Kojima in the office saying that
he's working on something. Nice.
So
okay.
And then my addition to that is that the cinematic fades out and it says edited by Hideo Kojima, right? Because he always puts that because he edits them himself.
Yeah.
He's so proud of it.
Epic.
That's cool.
I love the narcissist.
Yep, it'll be super good.
Okay.
So,
Right.
Here's my stretch. This is my huge stretch, and
I can't wait.
I feel proud that I saw this one. But we could maybe see huge stretch. I have to say that again. A Elite type controller, a new one, the Series 3 for Xbox, or maybe PlayStation comes out with like here's a new. This is more tech side.
Awesome.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that's
cool.
huge. But I think like, oh wow, it'd be cool if we saw a Series 3 for next gen. You know, I want to see a new Elite, or PlayStation comes out with something because they don't have one, right?
Yeah,
a new controller. But
that's a good prediction. I am going to skip. We already talked about Remedy. I don't have much to say about Elden Ring, but I think Elden Ring has a presence at E3 2021. My next one is Pokemon. I don't know how to say it. Arceus.
Wait. Tell me about Elden Ring.
I don't know what we get for Elden Ring. I don't know. It might just be a title card. No release date ever. That game's never coming out. But
fuck you, Finn. Fuck you.
I think it's literally just gonna be like maybe a moving background or something. We're not gonna get anything. No gameplay or anything. But Elden Ring. But anyways, Pokemon. What is it called? Arceus. Pokemon Arceus gameplay looks way better than the trailer they showed originally. Like much stronger graphics, and that will not launch with. Wait, they already gave a release date. That comes out in January. So that'll be out by the time the Super Switch is out. Arceus. Chat is correct me right now. Arceus. Okay. Thank you, Glass.
Arceus. Nice.
Ryder.
My turn.
Yep.
We get the Elden Ring trailer that was leaked, and we get fall release date.
This year, Elden Ring's coming out.
October. Yeah. It's coming out this year.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's not. Okay. It's not coming out this year. 2023.
No. It's been cooking. It's in the back. They've just been keeping it marinating in the oven, baby.
I don't know, man. Oh my god.
It's coming.
Okay. All right.
I only have like one or two more, a couple more.
That's fine. I only got a couple more too.
So I'll jumble these up and I'll finish on these.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this is just stuff that I don't care for, but I just want to call it out. We're gonna see because it's always boring. I put new Fortnite trailer, which is gonna be disappointing to see that Epic Games logo and be like,
what's the next
Fortnite
collab
season?
Call the next collab.
Alien.
Ryder.
Oh, I'm gonna say Mario, Super Mario, and Luigi.
They do a Nintendo?
Fuck you.
Oh,
Fuck you.
No, it's gonna happen.
No way.
Super Mario. Yeah, they already have it. They have everything, man. It's gonna be insane. Okay,
I'll pay you $20 if it's a Mario crossover.
It's Super Mario.
Hey, they already have Nintendo and PlayStation. Nintendo's next. That's actually a great prediction, Ryder. I take it back. This is a great prediction.
That's terrible.
Okay, and then of course new content for Apex. I feel like they're still gonna keep it alive. I don't know if we'll see anything from them. But
a new character.
I'm sure.
Maybe. What's going on?
Yeah. And then
Is this when they unveil the Titanfall stuff? Because they've been adding Titanfall content.
Yeah.
Are they dropping Titans in it? Yes or no, Ryder? What have we got?
I'm gonna say no. I don't think
No
that's.
I think it's a yes.
I don't think there's enough.
I think
love
I think
there.
this is the time to do it.
Okay. We'll see.
think they're
We'll,
gonna be
we'll
like
be
a-
watching and we'll be like, you got me.
Do you know how annoying it would be to go up against a Titan in a battle royale? The final 5 and one person's a Titan. I would just
That's why
shut
there's
off.
that's
Shut
why
it
there's
off.
anti-Titan weapons. They know what they're doing.
That's true.
They know what
Just
they're doing.
uninstall.
I would. I
That's so
truly
funny.
would.
Okay, and then lastly, I put because I just want to say this. Anything Arkham, of course, and maybe Suicide Squad. But if I see Rockstar, I'm not Rockstar. Dang it,
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. Thank you. Yeah, Rocksteady. I'm gonna be losing my mind. And I just want to say because I want you guys to know how excited I am for Arkham. I love.
My guess for that is that they wait for Suicide Squad to show more at DC Fandom, whatever, at the end of summer. But we do get
100%.
Gotham Knights because that's WB.
Makes sense. And that's first, right? It's that one first,
yeah.
and then Suicide Squad way later. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my guess on that one.
that's a good call.
That's
it for me.
James, how many more do you have? I can do like a couple rounds back and forth real quick before we go.
I have
into
like
my far
I have
out
like
ones.
8 to 10 more.
Oh my
You
god!
knock them all out. Do them all.
I have 3 more big ones, and then like 3 I can just wrap up into one.
Okay. I don't know if this is on your list, Finn, but I actually have a question for you.
Hit me. Yeah.
What do they do with Destiny 2 at E3?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I think
we're not going to see anything.
Nah. I think there is an expansion at the end of the year. Oh no, they actually put the they moved the release date for the end of the year to January already. We already know that their big expansion isn't dropping till February now instead of the end of the year. So we'll see what that happens. But my guess is Forza Horizon 5 gets announced at the Xbox conference. The graphics will make people lose their mind. Game will look gorgeous and will be a driving lover's dream come true. It is in Japan, is my guess.
Oh.
And it'll be a true drifting nut.
Someone watched the kind of funny predictions.
I did not watch the kind of funny predictions.
Wow.
This is actually a kid at my internship last night. He was like, "Yo, Horizon 5 is going to be in Japan." I was like,
Tokyo
"Interesting,
Drift, dude.
very interesting."
Insane.
I heard it was either going to be in Japan or it's going to be in. He gave me
the Americas,
Korea,
like South America or
Canada,
Mexico.
Just start naming.
That could be interesting too.
I think Tokyo makes sense. Neon, all the neon colors and everything.
That'd be so sick.
Are really gonna stretch there.
But I think it would go from like the city to the countryside. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With
good
all
call.
The Sakura.
It's in Italy right now, right? Or that's where
no, it's
4
in
is.
Australia. No, 4 is Australia.
Oh, England. It's in England. 4's in
Yeah, it's in England.
yeah, it'll be cool. I don't care where it is. It'll look gorgeous.
Yep. Next up for me, Microsoft Crossfire X gets a gameplay demo. We were talking about that earlier, so that won't count. We get exclusive Nintendo Switch Pro games revealed that are only played on the Switch Pro.
When do you think they announce the Switch Pro so that they can announce these games?
I'm gonna say, how many more weeks do we have? I'm gonna say next week.
We literally have
E3
about a week and a half till they have this
I'm gonna
conference.
say like Tuesday next week.
Okay, that's during E3.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
E3
the 11th.
starts,
Here,
like
it's true.
E3 starts like the 12th, right?
Oh, okay. You're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
Yeah, next Tuesday's the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
My next prediction is a little bold, but I think we get a new Uncharted game that gets announced during the PlayStation conference, but it's not being produced by Naughty Dog. It's a totally different studio.
Interesting.
And it's not Nathan Drake. It's like maybe Sam or something else like that.
Sully when he's 20.
Yeah, I heard a lot of rumors about a new Uncharted game from a different studio, and I think. Well, here's the thing. This is kind of a shot in the dark because we don't know what new IPs or new things that Sony's working on, like at all. They say they have 25 exclusive games being cooked up right now.
Ridiculous.
I would not be surprised if Uncharted is one of them.
With their movie, especially.
Yep. James?
Next up, we get bum 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 dum bum bum. Welcome to the world of Grand Theft Auto 6.
The camera goes through the clouds.
Camera goes through the clouds.
Oh my
shows
God.
off like the different NPCs and all the random shit the NPCs are doing.
You can
Guy is
do
angry at his
anything.
wife. He's flipping off some dude driving on the street. It's just like
Crime.
shots of like different activities and shit. Where is it? It's on Miami, baby. We know that. That's no surprise.
Sure.
And that's it. And that's during the Sony conference.
That'll be the-
Well, actually, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Wouldn't that be the biggest game of all time? Isn't GTA 5 like still one of the biggest games of all time?
It's about time they move on.
GTA 6 will be just beyond comprehension of what they do.
And
I'm really excited for what they do with it.
They better knock it out of the park because they've been pretty light on Red Dead Online. Okay, they've been pretty light, and I really like Red Dead Online.
I know we keep dragging on, but I do want to say like RPG, like Cyberpunk, what Cyberpunk wanted to be. I feel like GTA will really go all in with the role playing. GTA 5 is so good at that. You could do anything, buy anything, and have your.
You bring up a good point here that GTA has been completely revived. It's not that it needed reviving, but it has been completely revived in the last couple of years. No, with all the RP stuff, dude. There's more people playing RP than like regular Grand Theft Auto. I imagine they'll have some sort of thing like that where I don't know. That's interesting. Good thought. Okay, back to me. I'm at my far out wishes now, James. So if you want to go with a couple more of your hardcore predictions, go for it.
Well, I have NetherRealm releases a fighting game that is neither MK nor Injustice 3.
Breaks my heart.
We get new Xbox Series X controller colors.
Yeah.
We got a new Wolfenstein, maybe in the Cold War era.
Ooh.
Okay. New 2D Donkey Kong that lets you play as a new Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
More Dragon Age footage with a real trailer this time, maybe a gameplay demo.
Okay.
And the next Mass Effect is talked about, but no trailer.
Here's my question back at you. Will Mass Effect Legendary Edition Progress carry into Mass Effect 4?
Yes.
I think so too. I think that'd be cool.
Ooh.
Yes. All your decisions in those games. That would be awesome.
Yep.
That would make sense. All right. I'm at my total stretches now. I don't know, James, do you have far stretches or anything?
I just fired off the last of my last.
All right. My far stretch is that Sony announces a PlayStation Now revamp that is similar to Game Pass, but still has some sort of BS that holds it back from being great. That is my far out stretch. It probably won't happen, but
I like
it's worth a shot.
Boy can dream.
WarioWare, baby. Let's get a new
Whoa!
Let's get a WarioWare game for the Switch where I want all the motion controls going on.
Yeah.
I want it to be the best party game you can possibly have on the Switch.
Is it coming to Switch Pro?
110%. even though there's absolutely no reason to play it on Switch Pro because the graphics they can be terrible on purpose. I don't even care. Oh my god, I can't wait. Yep. So WarioWare. And then my far out wish that it's not going to happen, but I can dream is Splinter Cell. Sam Fisher is going to be at a Ubisoft conference.
Fuck you. There's no way. They left Sam Fisher to die.
We've been saying this for 5 E3 straight. We've been wanting Sam Fisher to show up. He's not going to show up. And another weird thing I heard this morning is that a Guardians of the Galaxy game is going to be announced from Square Montreal. And I said, hell no. I don't want Square anywhere near my superheroes. I want Square after what they did in Avengers. Get them away.
I got excited and then you reminded me and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. No.
Put those efforts into Lego Skywalker or Lego Infinity Saga. I'll be a happy man. I'll be a happy man. Yeah. That's it.
Gosh. I'm so excited now when we watch these shows. I'm going to have this list up and be like, oh, you called it or we called it. That's going to be so cool.
It's going to be awesome. Great. I'm so freaking excited. Just to watch all the conferences, all the big ones.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be covering it here on the stream live. So if you guys want to hop in, chat it up with us, let us be in there.
Yeah, audio listeners, if you're listening right now and you want like dates and stuff that we're going to do this, you can hop in our Discord or subscribe to our YouTube, all that good stuff. We'll have and tweet. If you just go on Twitter, we'll be posting like all when we're being going live on Twitter. That's probably the easiest place. So that's super helpful. And audio listeners,
said new Final Fantasy 16 trailer.
Great call. Zasty. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go through the chat real quick. We gotta look through the chat real quick to see if there's any other predictions that we missed. I saw Zasty wrote a very long message earlier. He said Metro Prime trilogy on Switch, and we already talked about that. Uncharted 4 PC trailer, definitely a possibility. It is confirmed for PC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think it needs a trailer. I think it would just be like, and now you can play Uncharted 4 on PC.
Battlefield Day 1 on Game Pass. I don't know. That's a stretch for me. Actually, no, it already is.
EA Play.
Yeah, it already is gonna be. So yeah, that's fine.
Oh, do y'all think we'll see any like cloud gaming type push, like with Stadia or a new thing?
Yep.
That's dead. Oh, okay.
I 100%. No, I think the cloud gaming is going to come in the form of Xbox, though. It's not going to come in the form of
on the show like a new thing, like back a new update.
Yeah, we're not going to hear like Nvidia's not going to come out and say we've upgraded our platform and we're ready to show you guys what we have. It's not going to be that.
Yeah. Okay.
If anyone, it'll be Xbox, and I don't think it'll be a long thing. Maybe like a minute or two.
Okay.
It'll be
All right.
short. Yeah. But they'll have to mention it. Are you kidding me? Amazon Luna will have some sort of presence. We saw Amazon Luna at the end of a freaking game trailer the other day. It said all the games, and then in huge, coming to Amazon Luna. Like, congratulations, you're launching on a dead software that's not even done yet, or not even out yet. That's pretty much it. You guys have anything else to add before we wrap up this episode and go into the post show?
Nope.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited. That's all I can
Beautiful.
say.
Guys, next week is going to be absolutely epic. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. If you're on Twitch, we'll be right back for the post show. Audio listeners and YouTube listeners, if you could leave us a review, that would be so nice. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, if you would leave a comment, like the video, that would help us out a lot too. We're pushing to grow more on YouTube as well. We love you guys. We will see you next week. Thank you for hanging out on episode 67. Twitch, we'll be right back. See you guys.